everybody.
Yo,
Hi
what's
guys.
How
up?
you doing? We're
How's it
back.
going?
It's been a minute since we've had a live stream, and we're excited to have everybody here and to be able to chat a little bit about our some updates and introduce you to our new Launch Alliance partner. We've got a good slate of info here to kind of share. But how's everybody doing?
Doing good, doing good. I have a quick
up?
question before we get started. Can you share a link in the chat so I can put it in Discord for our viewers?
Yeah, I think I can do that.
But other than that, doing great. It's a beautiful day. Great to be here. Great to see your faces.
Yeah, same here,
How are
same
you
here.
doing,
Beautiful
Joe?
day in Germany.
Let's see. I'll get this over to you. So here's the link. So yeah, we've got Josh with us from Smart Finance, one of our community partners, who is just a freaking machine when it comes to Twitter Spaces and getting his community engaged and with SIVA as one of the supporting factors in that process. So that's where we've had a lot of we've been in a lot of Twitter Spaces. It's kind of slowed down lately, obviously, with consensus, and I was not feeling well for a while. I am back to being healthy, and now I'm just trying to get my momentum back. But and we'll get to that a little bit more here in a few. But just excited to be able to hang out and just kind of give everybody some updates. But how you doing, Daffy?
Yeah, awesome. I mean, it's 2 a.m. for me, but what is sleep for crypto? No one sleeps in crypto. So, just got to keep on grinding, pretty stoked to have, our existing community partners as well as our newest community partner, SIVA Coin as well, joining us today, Joe and Lars. Welcome to the live stream. Let's kick off a bit with the some of the updates that we have, and then we'll go hit on to the SIVA integration, which is the part where I think I'm pretty bullish about. So
Yeah.
What do you think, James? Okay, all right. So thanks, guys. So so we did the first quarter update. I believe this was in February. We were sharing about how we're going to be on Polycon, and then there will be consensus coming up. And then we had the Action Lifestyle store that has already been launched as well. So it was amazing. So mid of quarter two this year, the focus is more about trying to connect with projects that are actively still building in the space. And this is where we are actively trying to find projects who have the same ethos, the same fundamentals, trying to build a blockchain, a safer blockchain. There's too much scams going around anywhere, and I think this is where having that connection with strong projects is not just beneficial for us as in part of the development team, but also for the future for you guys, because you guys could also be looking to new projects that you guys want to be investing in. And these are the projects that we are building together that we strongly feel for the ethos as well. Just to give a bit of an update on the accelerator. When we had the changes on the accelerator, we were talking about these 150 billion action left, right, to be minted as part of the accelerator. And as of now, where we stand, we have actually minted almost 12%. And we're talking about a runway of about 2 to 3 years. And to be honest, it's at this rate is actually going faster than it is. So the adoption of Axion through the accelerator is actually much faster than what we anticipated. So it's a pretty positive update from the community. We thank the community for grabbing more of those juicy bonuses as part of the accelerator. That is actually very limited. Do you want to move on to the next slide? I want to show the Polycon slides as well. I think this is where maybe James want to take this on, because I think you guys had really a lot of fun over in Polycon.
Yeah, so this is where Josh and I really kind of got to know each other with Smart Finance, was there at Polycon. I had the opportunity to moderate the DeFi panel with Smart Finance, QuickSwap, ApeSwap, Kyber, Phoenix Finance. just had a blast. In fact, once and then we went, when I went to Consensus, I was able to hang out with Josh again just for a little bit. But that was I really felt like that was one of the
Good
biggest.
times.
What's that?
Good times.
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
was. I think, it really was one of the more successful things this year. Consensus was awesome. It was a little overwhelming, to be honest with you. It was huge. It was insane. But it really kind of locked a few things in as far as my confidence in the future of DeFi, the future of the blockchain. But yeah, so we met, and SIVA, you guys were there, weren't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I
We
thought
were
you were
jumping
there.
around with you, hacking the map.
I think that's probably when you guys first kind of, between the Twitter Spaces and Polycon, that's when you guys started kind of really getting on my radar. I'm a little older. In fact, I think you guys did you notice I got rid of the beard, Daffy?
Yeah, I see that.
I had you got to see. In fact, it might be in a couple of these pictures, but I had a pretty bushy gray beard going. But things kind of move a little slower for me. I'm a little more pragmatic. I'm not I'm not really quick to rush to judgment or to jump on the newest, flashiest, shiniest thing. But through Polycon, was able to really build some really phenomenal relationships. That's where we got we launched our community partners program from it, and our launch alliance had already kind of been in place. But yeah, it was a great opportunity to really get to know some projects. My wife is leaving. So if you see here, when we were doing the DeFi panels, when we were in rooms, you'll see over here in the corner. I think I can make this a little bigger. That's the wrong one. So, my own little system here. So anyway, yeah. So it was just great fun. And during a lot of the presentations, we had several of our members there hanging out in the corner, making sure that the Axion logo was present. We got to sit in some spaces, listen to Fix play guitar, and just good fun times. I want to go back just a little bit. I did put a link here to our milestones and our support documents, our documentation. And, one of the things I want to address real quick is we get a lot of people coming into our Discord and thinking that we're a dead project. Well, I mean, almost every project is dealing with this right now. I mean, that's just the reality of it. Communities are slow, engagement is slow, and things are just, people are just struggling to feel good about the market right now. In fact, I just read a report just a day or two ago that was talking about this is now officially the longest bear market in history, at least for the last 2 or 3 decades. And that's taking into consideration the world economic situation, world markets, and DeFi as well. So, we're struggling. And Axion used to be extremely, and when I say this, I don't say this lightly. Axion used to be an extremely engaged community. We're talking hundreds of people every day. It's how I got to know, to learn more about the blockchain. The people in the community helped me learn what I have learned to this day, and that journey started a couple of years ago. And which is literally why we're bringing SIVA into this conversation, because we are looking to get our community back to that where we were engaged at the level that we were engaged. But I would encourage you to go to our support page, look at these milestones, take a look at some of the things we've accomplished over this last year. because the list is very long, and if I could spend this whole space just talking about those things, but we do want to kind of keep things moving along. So I did have the opportunity to hang out at Consensus. Got to see Edward Snowden. We weren't raided by the federal police because he was on screen, but it had a lot of great things. Was talking about AI and security and DeFi, which is one of our big focuses right now, is trying to have a voice in the security of DeFi. In fact, during PolyCon, I had the pleasure of being on the security panel. At the last minute, was invited to be on that as well. Hung out with Nat Surumju, Joel.
Hey, look, it's me.
Yeah, there's Josh. Me and Josh connected, and there's my beard. You see that? That is one full beard.
There's that beard too. Yeah.
The beard of wisdom, you know.
But it was great, and we'll be posting this presentation in our support docs as well, so that people can go back and take a look at this a little bit. Let me see here. But one of the biggest things I want to kind of address and share is that we have been working very hard over this last year to ensure that Axion is vibrant, that we have a voice in DeFi, that we are engaged in the processes and the things that are happening throughout the blockchain, and we intend to be here. As most of you know, we have 50% of our outstanding tokens are locked for 15 years. We are not a short-term project. We are looking to be a long-term project, and we have situated our contracts and our team and our budgets and everything else to ensure that however long this bear market lasts, we are going to continue to just move through this process, and we're going to continue to build, we're going to continue to grow, we're going to continue to do everything we can to ensure Axion, the voice that has been established and the voice that we're creating, has a place at the table. And that's kind of where our newest partner comes in. Let me go here a little bit. Did you want to talk to? You have my name on this one, but Dafi, do you want to talk a little bit about this?
Yes.
I wanted to kind of just give a deeper understanding of how our new partners programs work, where we have our community partner program, we have our launch alliance, and then of course our launch partners. Did you want to share anything here? Or?
I think the idea here is, again, we mentioned in 2023, really the main focus is about trying to link up with very strong projects that share the same ethos, And the idea here is that there are projects that that will transition from a community partner to a launch alliance, and there will be projects that will also transition from a launch alliance to a launch project itself, So community partners are basically projects that share the same ethos, and we are building alongside them. The launch alliance are usually meant for projects where they are a service provider. It could be like, for example, like a SIVA coin where it's engaged to earn. It could be VCs, market makers, developers, launch pads like ApeSwap, decentralized exchange like ApeSwaps, And this is where whenever we have a new project that's trying to launch, we will be using our network of launch alliance to actually facilitate their launch activities. And in a situation where, let's say, we come to an agreement, okay, we will be launching project A or project B, this is where we will transition them to become a launch partner itself. And when we say when you become a launch partner, it means that the Axion community will also be participating in the private and the public sales of the tokens itself, And again, we are not like any other launch pads. Most launch pads are, are pretty much looking for pump and dump situation, for us, because we really set this background of users who are actually staking for long-term delayed gratification type of projects, projects who have a bit of a long-term in their horizon rather than something short-term. And and this is where I think we can really bring in a lot of value for the projects that are launching with us. Yeah, back
And
to
this
you,
is
Jim.
this is really, we see this as a long-term conversation. We don't see this as, bringing someone in, partnering up with someone, and then moving on to the next partner, which is exactly why I wanted to have Josh here with Smart Finance, because I see him as a big part of this conversation as we move forward. And we are looking at this. This is a long conversation. It's a long game. We're playing a long game here. By the time we really see this market turning around, and we see market guidance, and we see, we see the energy turnaround, we want to be able to have this foundation that is so big, so vast, and so tight, and so clear that we're able to truly leverage those opportunities that come up, not just for Axiom, but for those that we have found within DeFi, within the blockchain, that really have something of value to contribute. And that's exactly why we are here to introduce the team from SIVA. I started, like I said earlier, I started coming across these guys as early as Polycon, and then a lot of Twitter spaces. I think almost every Twitter space I've been in, I've seen these guys in those Twitter spaces. I can't say that for them. I don't think they've probably been in a lot more Twitter spaces than I have been, or that Axiom's been in. But almost every single Twitter space I've ever been in, I've seen these guys. These guys are very active. They're engaged. They're committed to what they're building and what they're trying to accomplish. And we're excited to have these guys here. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead. Let me see if this slide. So SIVA is our newest launch alliance partner. They have, and like Dafi was saying, they have something to contribute to multiple projects, and that's where they fit into this conversation perfectly. So Joe, Lars, welcome, and why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, first of all, for having us and for upgrading us to the Launch Alliance. And before I talk more about SIVA, let me quickly talk about what we bring to the table besides Engage to Earn. As you might know, we are really deep in security, me and my brother. For example, I've been working as an IT security auditor for KPMG for 7 years. And this is where I really learned a lot about the internal processes in really big companies. And so what we bring to the table is, of course, the security part. And this is also one of the biggest challenges for the whole SIVA project, to get in touch with projects and companies that are legal and do not have some shady things in mind. And so this is really what we do. We have the full-on approach. We provide security services for Web3, for Discord, and this is where what goes hand in hand with the SIVA project. And SIVA is first of all, let me quickly say something where we met you guys. We've been to the first Smart Finance space on New Year's Eve this year, and I got away with my life, luckily, because the Twitter space closed down at 2 minutes before New Year's Eve. So I was lucky to make it to my girlfriend and kiss her on time. And ever since we really, as you said, we've been to every space. And then we met you, of course, on Polycon and in the Twitter Spaces. And yes, we've been to quite some more Twitter Spaces, especially recently, as we are also. Lars is my real life brother and the co-founder of SIVA, and we are also the co-founders of Powered by Polygon, which is a cohort of developers on the Polygon blockchain. And this is where we already do what we are planning to do for the Axiom Launch Alliance, basically vetting projects. Talk to the developers, having them in a video conference, going through their white paper, all this kind of stuff. And this is how we built the foundation of SIVA during the last years. So SIVA is in development for 1.5 years, and we released the first production version on the 7th of July last year. So we celebrate our 1 year anniversary in 1 month. And so we talked to a lot of projects, and we found out that, as you said, a lot of Discord communities are now more or less not really active. And we found a solution to change this with SIVA. SIVA is an engaged to earn ecosystem, which basically means we develop tools for projects, and especially in the Web3 space, to bring more engagement to their communities. And how we do it is that we reward engagements in Discord servers and on Twitter currently, and soon on Telegram, YouTube, and Twitch. And so it's really that easy that you can jump into a Discord server, you can write a message like GM, and you already earn something. So we really work in the area of mass adoption. You don't need to know anything about Web3, and you can instantly start to earn tokens. Let me be a little bit more specific here. It's not what you earn are not really tokens. We have like a middleman. See it more like payback points. And so what you get for these engagements are payback points. We call them engagement points. And if you have accumulated enough engagement points, you can withdraw them into all the tokens that we provide through our public ecosystem. And we intend to add many more tokens once we are through the funding situation currently. And the cool thing is really that we reward natural engagement. So you don't find any artificial things like make a screenshot, create a help desk ticket in Discord, post the proof there. We are really about do what you do on an everyday basis, and we value time, of course, and we value the time that people put into projects. And we wanted to find a way to give back the value that community brings to a project, because community makes a project a success. This is like a fact. And we want to find a way to let the communities participate much more in this process. And this is how we came up with the idea of SIVA. And it really works flawless, and we are really happy that we have met Smart Finance, of course, and their community. They really love SIVA. We are currently in over 100 servers, I think 120 now. We have over 50,000 users now, and you can see it on our website. You can see the rewarded engagements. I think they are around 550,000 rewarded engagements in this year. And of course, we bring a lot of more utility and nice tools for projects. You have, for example, the statistics that you can see from all platforms united in one interface. And the coolest thing, and this is the newest addition to the whole SIVA idea, we have now a white label solution. So everything I just talked about can be white labeled and branded to your project or to your company. And you can set your, for example, NFTs as a requirement to receive a reward. And you can say what this reward should be. And you can, of course, say which tokens your members should be able to withdraw. So we really found a way to give you new ways for token distribution and for marketing. And it's really strong, a really strong tool. And we see it, it works flawless. And even the first custom implementation is just mind-blowing how much engagement we could bring to a project that hadn't really much engagements. For example, the GM Gaming Twitter account had like 65 followers, and they were able, by the implementation of SIVA, to get more than 350 votes on a vote on Twitter about which NFTs they should implement next in their ecosystem, in basically their own ecosystem. Yeah. And this is what SIVA is. So we are really about bringing engagement to communities and to bring more people into Web3. As I said, you don't have to know anything. You just have to have a Twitter account or a Discord account. You can join the Smart Finance server or the official SIVA server, or maybe later the Axion server if everything works flawless. And you can say GM and get familiar with the system. And if you don't know what a wallet address is, what a token is, we all know this, of course, but there are a lot of people that just don't know about crypto at all. And
it's a great starting point to kind of learn those things as well. And I might, and if I can, just real quick, kind of interject a little bit here for our community and for anyone who's kind of tuning into this. we are going to be adding the SIVA system to our Discord. We are going to keep that as the SIVA branded, the default system, if you will, for at least the next 30 days. Like Joel said, there is a branded system which has a lot more features and will give us a lot more leeway to do some other type of campaigns and stuff. And we are actually looking at a couple of other engagement tools as well that we think will complement this outside of this, and we see them as working really well together. So for the first 30 days, once we get this added to our server, we were talking about this right before we started the live stream, that maybe we would do this live, and my gut's telling me let's do this afterwards and get it set up and dialed in, and we can we'll share the
let's do it. It really takes not even 30 seconds to get started.
Yeah.
We call it the public version. So we want to distribute other projects token through our public ecosystem. This is where the community focus comes into play. So we really want to work with other projects and connect other projects with each other. To push that we all work together. This is the whole mentality behind SIVA.
Yes, and so once we get through this first, because we want to really be able to help you guys get some coverage, some FaceTime as far as using SIVA as the default front end. But I would say within the next anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, we will be implementing that white labeled side of things, so that we'll be able to use Axion as the reward token, and Axion will be available as a reward token on other Discord servers if they so choose to include Axion. Am I right in saying that?
Perfect. Yeah. So we call them partner tokens, and once you are a verified partner project, which you of course are, then you can. It's really just like clicking a checkbox saying I want to provide this token to the public ecosystem, and it's done. Boom, save, and it's instantly available on all servers that SIVA is invited to.
Right. So as people earn points through engagement on other Discord servers, there is that potential that they could select Axion as a reward, as what they want to take their points and convert them to for withdrawing. So we really like that feature, as well as some of the other things. We used to have on our Discord server the ability for members to tip each other in Axion, and it was extremely active. In fact, we have. I wish I would have thought about this beforehand. We have a couple of our members that actually earned a role that only they have because they became the biggest tipper. They were the gold bag tipper, and they're still active. They still hop in once in a while, and that's the one thing that I've noticed through on our Discord through server at Axion, is that even though things are quiet, we have a lot of lurkers. We have a lot of people that are just hopping in, seeing what's happening, seeing what's new. They say hi, but this is still something that they're engaged, that they're paying attention to, and hopefully through this we can get a little more engagement from them and see that ramp up. And I believe we will. I believe this will be one of many things that we'll be able to do to start getting our community back to that activity that we once enjoyed. So
we will not stop working until it is. Yep.
And then I was going to say, Josh, why don't you hop in? You've been using SIVA for quite a while, right?
Well, I've been, yeah, absolutely. And what I've just been like waiting on myself is my normals, right? My normal community that I know is still gun ho with me, but lives another life, right? And can't be here every single day, especially in a bear market. What motivates them to come into the Discord in a bear market just to talk about bad stuff? You know what I'm saying? So like,
just to commiserate.
For me, when it's a bull market, boy, these Discords are 100x no matter what. Now, if we give them something like SIVA to actually incentivize them to stick around in ours when it's a bull market, right? Because right now it's a bear market. They're not over there. They're not over there. They're just not here, right? So when the bull market comes back, and I have, well, I already have it, and I have a incentivization for all of the users to continue to stick around now that they're back. Stay here because look what we got. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. We got to have a net for when they come back, and I think that's what SIVA is.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. This is we of course have to think about balancing and all these things. But yeah, this and it works just as you can see on an everyday basis. It really works flawless. And the cool thing is that you can we have like a global cooldown, so you cannot just jump from one server to the next, say GM, and you stack up your points. There's a fixed cooldown, and on top of the fixed cooldown is a random cooldown. Between engagement that get rewarded. Custom bot owners can, of course, set what the cooldown should be. And so we prevent, of course, things like botting and stockpiling through mass engagements is naturally not possible. We of course, we saw it's like human nature to try to break things. And but we haven't one single breach within the whole year. And yeah, this is, and the cool thing is that you can choose which tokens you want to have. Because as you might know, you always have the guys that want this token, 2 guys want these tokens, 10 want these, and now you can just have all of them and say, okay, just go ahead, withdraw whatever you want. And yeah, you can of course set a multiplier and the minimum withdraw amount in the back end. So you can of course adapt to basically any tokenomics. So maybe like 1 trillion tokens or 21 million. It's just a matter of switching the multiplier, the decimals a little to the left or to the right.
Well, that brings up another point, is that SIVA right now is on a little over 115. Is that right? About 115, 120 servers.
Yep.
And so when you engage in the system and you're involved in those other projects or on those other servers, your engagement extends beyond your favorite Discord server, which is Axion, right? and second is Smart Finance.
I'll take it. I'll take it. No, it's a good point though. It's a good point. Is that I'm in whatever Nitro will allow me, a couple hundred servers, right? And I go to them and I frequent them and I utilize them for. Well, let's just say right now I'm in 10, 12 different servers I've never been in, just inviting these people to a Twitter space because they're on our chain and we wanted to do a little, AVAX party. So like I'm joining these. If I'm joining these and they accidentally happen to be hooked to SIVA whilst doing my work, I'm accidentally earning points in each one of these channels, even if I am not purposely trying to game the system and cheat. I am doing different things in each server where I'm accumulating points throughout my day, no matter where I'm at, if they had it. And how many did you say you're in? 100 and something now? Jesus.
150. No. Yep.
Yeah, I remember. I remember when it was like 95, and I thought I want to be in before you hit 100. And
yeah,
no, I missed the boat, but that's okay.
Yep.
We're still right. Better late than never, James.
Speaking from,
and that's usually the way it is with me. But
when I met SIVA, it was through a Twitter space, and I don't know if he came onto ours or I was in some other one. But the second I heard it, it clicked for me, you guys. Like if you're a founder of a project or if you're a community member, it should click for you too. Is that they have found a way to game the crypto system to allow incentivization for something we do every single day, all day. Imagine if you got paid $1 every time you wiped your ass. It's just great. Incentivize me to do something that I already have to do and do every single day. Like that's
you could also do that, yeah.
Yeah, if you let us measure the engagement, we can indeed reward you for wipe.
POW, proof of wipe.
That's a new one.
That's the concept. Is that we've seen this happen in so many different sectors of crypto right now, and I'll give you 3 examples real fast. SIVA, incentivizing your engagement in Discord and Twitter, incentivizing, right? Monetarily incentivizing. There's another great marketplace that does what all the other marketplaces does, but as you list your item there for sale, they award you points or their native token, incentivizing you to sell your shit here instead of over here with a new incentivization. Smart finance, when you use our DEX, you're going to earn 5% reward point in the smart finance ecosystem token, not the actual. It's for the SIVA program. So you'll earn while using the DEX, you'll earn more of those tokens. We also have cashback programs on that too. So while using it, you earn. And that's the idea. If we can incentivize people that are already in crypto, already doing this stuff, and just that's the best way to steal a market share. Lower your fees and incentivize people to come. So
yeah,
makes sense.
Yep.
And so with that, I recently and maybe if you want to just touch on this a little bit. So this extends outside of Discord. Your engagement does extend outside of Discord. So if you're on Twitter and we have a unique Twitter mention or a hashtag or whatever it is, and you are engaging in activity in Twitter on behalf of Axion, you can also be rewarded. Why don't you share that a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. How it works is that you have to tweet one time enable hashtag engage to earn with @SIVA at SIVA coin, and this basically registers your user ID in our system, and then we call them slogans, so we can change them in the back end. And you, as a custom bot project, you could have your own slogans in the back end. I will say a little bit more to this in a minute. And so we could have, and I think we still have it active. So if you, I have to check in a minute, we could set it, for example, to Axion and to Smart Finance. And if someone mentions you when he tweets or when he retweets something from you, then he gets rewards. And these are the same rewards that you get for engagements in Discord and soon on Telegram. So it's basically the same as in Discord. And it will be as easy to use as the Discord bot. You just join, you say GM, and that's it. And we have, of course, 4337 account abstraction on our roadmap, and this will bring us the opportunity that you don't even have to know what a wallet address is. This is basically social login is the buzzword here, and this is when we will have like native wallet commands in Discord, like transfer, and we of course are working close with Smart Finance to have bridging and swapping in Discord. So you just have to pull up a command, and you can choose the token and the amount, and there you go. And this is what we will continue to do. So we really try to be the most easiest project you will ever come across, because you don't have to know nothing. If you can have a Discord login. So you need, of course, a Discord account or Twitter or Telegram account, and you can use Web3 technology without really knowing it. We have a lot of people that don't even know that they currently earn something. But once they get the grasp on it, everyone is like a little bit mind blown, because it is so easy. You don't have to know anything, you know. And this is really the approach from the beginning. And I wanted to say one thing to the tipping function, which is like a fancy word for transfer, basically. But we will definitely have tipping. And we will have a rain function, which rains and points to active members, and a lot of more stuff that we will develop once we are fully funded. For example, we call it SIVA Pinata, like a loot pinata, that you can start with a predefined amount, and everyone can hit the button and hit the pinata, and they get points for it until the pinata is exploded, basically. So we have a lot of things, even like a small RPG that we want to have AI powered and enhanced with a few unique ideas to have this automated reward system in these RPGs, in this little like Rumble Royale, if this does ring a bell. But currently how it works, every Web3 project has their moderators and administrators all sending transactions, sending the rewards manually. Everyone has to pin it. It's like a nightmare. And with our system, it will be possible to choose what you want to reward. You play the game, and the reward is distributed automatically. And this is how we want to approach everything. And what you, of course, can do is to set as a requirement to get a reward, for example, the moderator role. role, and so you can have your moderators and administrators, the guys that really put in their heart and efforts and time in your project, reward even more for what they already do. And I think this is really a cool way to fine granularly control what you want to give back to your community. And as I said, you can have NFTs from other projects as a requirement to get your rewards, which basically all of a sudden you have a sense to make a collaboration. We see it every day. You have collaborations, partnerships, but it's not. It's basically you have a Twitter space together. You merge your communities a little bit, but now you can really bring utility to it. And what you can even do is to say, if you have 5 NFTs, 10 NFTs, 20 NFTs, can adjust the rewards and give them more if they hold more NFTs. And solves a lot of
and that's
issues.
one of the biggest things. That is one of the big things that I really like, is because of what we're doing with our community partners program, what we're doing with our launch alliance, and eventually looking at scheduling launches and so forth and so on, is that through this we can kind of stage things so there's some very organic, natural crossover in that engagement, and that the rewards and that process is very supportive to that. And so we're really excited with what you guys are working on and doing, and being a part of that. This is not to really kind of go too off to the left here, but we are exploring things beyond the Launch Alliance. You guys are in the process of doing a blockchain launch, and so we are interested in that, and we're definitely wanting to explore that some more to see how we can help you in that process. So I just see this as kind of a perfect storm and an opportunity to really participate on a much higher level, and hopefully help you guys reach your goals in the process. So while a lot of that's still kind of being defined, we're definitely excited to be a part of that process, as you guys kind of look at taking things to the next level. So Lars, you're always really quiet in our meetings.
Nothing to add to this. It's perfectly wrapped up, so I don't have to add anything.
Are both of you in Germany?
Yeah.
Okay. We are actually real brothers. So it's I'm Jörnsech and this Larsech, and I'm called Joe because the German umlaut Ö is not really available in international keyboards, so simply Joe. And I'm 42, he's 43.
So your name's umlaut Ö? Is that what you said?
Ö is called umlaut in Germany. So it's my real name is Jörn.
Okay.
Like Jörn in it's my
Well, I heard
you're
Joe.
You're yearning.
Yeah,
for
it's much easier. Yep. Xerox Joe, much better.
Much more Web3 for sure.
I'm a developer my whole life, and my brother was always on my side, and I'm the lead developer behind the whole ecosystem. My brother is pulls the strings in the background, and it's if you're a developer, you know how important quality control is, and he always forces me to boil everything down to that everyone understands what I'm talking about, and as you might have witnessed, I really struggle with selling you a product. I want to say what this product can do, so you can witness how cool it is to implement it and how easy it is to implement it. But I'm not like the salesperson who said this is the best thing that you will have your own opinion. So we haven't found one person that brought up any bad thoughts about what we want to do with SIVA, or there was no question that we couldn't answer. And I think this is the cool thing, because we have, as you said, we are also 100% transparent. And if you are 100% transparent, you can ask any question. And if I don't know the answer, I definitely know someone who knows the answer. And luckily, rarely happens. But this is just because me and my brother, we are synchronizing in the back end. He's into crypto for over 12 years. So there's it's more like being wise in the space. It's really to see a new project and have this little gut feeling. Is it, if you have been through 100 or hundreds of projects and tokens, you just have this eye for everything.
Yeah.
And this is what I really appreciate. And yeah, this is how we proceed. And
you know what I was thinking? I was thinking it's a great thing to have a team that's brothers, because brothers are never yes men to each other. So you're gonna probably get to the.
Yeah,
it's more like why? It's more like, why the do you want to do that? You know?
Yeah. And then you get down to the bones, man. They've had 42 years to argue with each other. There's no more arguments.
We sorted everything out, but we have no new things every day. So it may it be about new features, may it be about onboarding new partners. We always have things when, as you know, I'm a CG artist by night, and I put out all these CG graphics. And if he doesn't like it, he doesn't choose the nicest words to let me know when it's garbage. let me put it like this. But then the message is received. You know? and I always say that what I appreciate is to be honest to me too. What I don't want you to say is, oh, it's mind blowing, and then what you really think is, oh, what a garbage. You know, if you have any concerns or any critics, this is what I appreciate the most. If you have critics, I'm always up for critics. It's the best thing, because then I can show you how deep we had our thoughts wrapped around the whole SIVA idea from A to Z, including staking, like engagement boosted staking, where you just hold the tokens on your wallet and you get daily rewards if you still have the tokens. And if you have engaged a lot, we factor in like an engagement rate into your staking rewards. And so there are like hundreds of things that we have still on a roadmap. And as I always say, we really just getting started, and we built the foundation even in the Polygon ecosystem.
Hey, that's our motto.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Yeah,
we'll be playing a little video clip at the end, and that's what it says. So
okay, yeah,
and that's what we love. In case you get
lost in Discord, for example, you can just use /ask SIVA, and the AI will answer everything.
So, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that, because I want to talk to you guys about that as well. So just to kind of, I'll just real quick. So you guys have implemented AI into your Discord, and like you just said, you can just hashtag ask SIVA and then ask a question, and you've got. I want to. What's funny about that is I've been fighting AI tooth and nail. I mean, I am not this young kid who's just ready to jump on any shiny, flashy thing. And it was actually our other community partner, Pi Protocol. Paul over at Pi Protocol used ChatGPT, and he's been teaching me how to integrate AI and GPT and stuff. And I hope my publisher doesn't see this, but I actually just posted my first 2 articles on our website for my day job. I'm the editor of a newspaper. I just posted our first 2 articles using ChatGPT. So, and it did a great job. I will say this. I did go in and edit it a little bit, and I did clean up some of it, but it was really nice to have the bulk of that content done for me.
It's awesome.
I'm slowly starting to embrace AI, and we are going to definitely be looking at doing that as well through our Discord server. So I think there's going to be a few more conversations, definitely. And
AI is worth hundreds of hours. And then when we start to talk about AI integration in the development environment that you use, it's pretty mind blowing to see what AI is ready to do, and how easy it is, and how fast it is to code things that just take time. As a developer, you just know that if you know how to write the function, you already know how to have name your variables. But now you don't have to write it anymore. You just have you describe what you want to have, and the AI is auto completing it. And but this is of course something like two-sided sword, because as you said, you have to read about it. You have to really make a proofread. And in development, of course, it's nightmare, because I don't trust AI for now. But it's always like, oh, just not 100% correct, but it's awesome. If you don't get used to it now, you will left behind within 1 year, I think.
That's what I hate, is that I spent 20 years figuring out Photoshop and different tools, and now they're just all wiped away. And now literally I've been teaching my son for 5 years how to do Photoshop, and I told him the other day, drop that shit, cut that out, look this website up, and go use it.
Yeah, but no.
Prompts.
I don't think that's the right. That's correct, because you have to take into consideration, if you know something from a specific area, let's say 3D modeling, and you know that you have to use some shaders, then 90% of humanity is already out when you say shaders. But if you can specify, or the rendering engine, if you want to render with cycles or with Octane or something, and you have to know these names, you have to know what it is, what still have to know, if you want to do it right. Of course, you can always say, just spit me out something, but if you want to do it right and really want to have the settings, you still have to know what is anti-aliasing, what are all these different
so what
words
you're saying
in
is,
these areas.
So what you're saying is there still are a few of us that won't be put out of work, but yeah.
Just a matter of time is what I'm basically.
Trust me, with whatever the tools that I've been testing right now for art rendering, having that skill set in the background, like you said, is key. And it also, sometimes I can build it better myself than what AI is capable in most cases, and give it that tweak touch that I need it to have in order to speak something, I like that part. That's the OCD fun ADD part, is to dig into the pixels, not just type in a phrase and be like, all right, look good enough. That's
post.
One of the craziest ones, though, you guys, that I just saw real quick, off topic, real fast. When you take a video, if you're recording content, you get like 4 different camera angles and they're all recording at the same time. There's a splicer that'll cut all those for you for your editing, instead of you manually lining them up, where you're saying these words and then it cuts to this camera and it continues saying those words. Instead of you manually chopping them all up, it takes hours away from it. And then like 30 seconds, it's lining them all up at the exact moments when you said the exact words on all 3 different videos.
Transcripted.
Holy crap.
It's, I saw some image optimizer that upscales images in a way I've never seen before, like 500 by 500 pixel. And it upscales it to, I think, 8K or 12 or 14K in a quality where it's amazing.
Yeah. Okay. That just means, so that's actually, a lot of that's my area. So I'll have some more questions for you later, but so kind of get back on topic here a little bit. We're excited to have you guys on board. We're excited because it's very clear just from this little, side conversation here, the knowledge, the expertise, the insight, the ability to really kind of see problems and solve them. Those things they're very obvious with you guys. And so I'm very excited to be implementing this. So, because, on one side, it's going to look simple and quick and easy, but there's going to be so much more behind this and there's going to be so much more that can be done. We had some things in our tipping environment that I will, I'm going to look forward to chatting with you on that, just to see, how easy those things will be to include in some of the stuff you're writing without throwing you off track at all. But we're going to be talking, a lot more about that over the next few days, a couple weeks. I know you've got a couple more spaces coming up. We'll be sharing those. We'll talk a little bit more about some of the other aspects of our alliance in the days to come, and we'll get that information out as quickly as we can as we kind of work towards those things. But we really are stoked to be finally. I wanted to be at this level sooner, but really stoked to kind of be at this level now and at this stage of your development, and just look forward to figuring out what that means and leveraging that, not just for our community, but for our alliance, for our partnerships, and for the future as we kind of move through this, the rest, what's left of the bear market. which is just completely undefined at this point. But
Yep.
don't need the downer. But we're taking that time. We are literally taking this time to leverage it as much as we humanly possibly can, and we're excited and really appreciate the fact that you guys are going to be a part of that conversation.
We are really appreciate it too. So it's we are really stoked and really honored to be part of the Launch Alliance and to work with you in general, with all you guys. It's really amazing, and I can just say what you said. It's we're looking forward to bring value to Axion, to the Launch Alliance. Bring all what we can do after the best knowledge that we have to bring new projects to vet new projects, and totally looking forward to everything that's to come. And I think once we the charts go up, and I think the new SEC stuff that's coming out. I just read that Getzler, this guy was like he's had another now suit too. So I think this might not be a problem, and maybe they have like the initial the ignition for the bull market. And I think this might be it, because now they forced themselves in a situation where they have to have some kind of regulation maybe. And we are here. We are ready to go. We took so many months of development to have a product that's working. You can jump in. You can instantly try it out. Ask all community members about SIVA. I think there are quite some people knowing about it. And they are all happy with SIVA. This is what we are, of course, what makes us the most happy, that our users and the members are happy and really stoked to use SIVA. Like, we have an integrated advanced level system. We have daily quests. So there's really a lot more than you can see on the surface.
Yeah.
And this is how it's supposed to be. We don't want to be in your face. We want to support you, and we want to give more value to projects through giving back to the community. This is what we really want, to make the projects a success, and the members get something out of it too. This is what we are looking for.
Perfectly.
There's nothing to add again.
I was gonna say, I was fortunate enough to get to see the new updated and upgraded dashboard recently and get a little tutorial walk through all of the features and modules that they've added to it. It like I said, from when I got with them, I was thinking it was just going to be a bot we integrated and done, but it's grown to so much more, expanded way beyond Discord, and the capabilities and implications of what they got here is absurd. So I'm honored to be a part of it, and let's keep this train rolling. The community's network together. We're building something strong here, you guys.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. And maybe one last word to the new features and why we have changed so much is really that we had so many requests from other projects that they wanted to have SIVA, but not as SIVA, but as a white label solution. That I think when we had the 10th request, we said, okay, we have to pivot. And basically 50-60% of the new features are in really close collaboration with our community and with our partners. And so are all new features. Everything is discussed with partners and with community. This is what we do. We really want to work together with all of you. This is.
And I'll kind of repeat what I said earlier. So for the next 30 days, at least, we're gonna have SIVA on our Discord as SIVA. But we are going to be looking at doing the white label solution, if you will. We'll most likely still have SIVA as a reward token as well. And so just looking forward to that exploration. Doffy, did we have any questions that you felt were didn't cover anything that was said? We normally like to open this up, but we kind of hit our 1 hour mark, which is where we like to kind of wrap things up so that anybody watching, they know that there's an end in there's an end.
I know that you're going to yell at me later, so I'm going to go ahead and nip it in the bud. It's a hot summer day. This is a non-alcoholic beer. I enjoy non-alcoholic beer every night.
Sweet.
It's all good. It's all good. In case some whoever is tuning in is just wondering, is this like just another engage to earn websites that's popping up? I'm telling you, last week when we had a conversation with the SIVA team, when we fully understand that this is a engagement to earn platform for community members and not for bounty hunters, that changed everything. Because a lot of the other platforms, they're just out there for just bounty hunters. People are just going for airdrops, for free stuff, and that's it. There's no more engagement. There's no more, participation. Once the project launch. But SIVA is built to be different, and hopefully this is something that we can, we'll be able to introduce very soon. Very soon.
We would love it, 100%.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll just say, Joe, wear a light shirt next time. It looks like. Do you remember Max Headroom?
Oh, no, not really.
Look up Max Headroom. It was back in the 80s. It was this floating head guy.
Okay.
No, but hey guys,
Next time I will. Awesome. Yeah, for sure.
It's been awesome. Hey Josh, I just want to say real quick. I know you've got some stuff that is about to roll out, and we were going to chat a little bit about this. I don't mean to kind of sideline that, but let's plan for another live stream here in the next week or so. We have a couple more community partners that we're just kind of fine tuning that we'll maybe having another live stream here in the next week or two. I would like to have these on a once a week basis, guys. So, but it's just getting that momentum back.
How big can you make your room? How many people?
10 speakers. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That'd be cool to see 10 in here.
Yeah.
Be tough, but it'd be cool.
So yeah, we'd like to get to where we can do these once a week, and so we're slowly getting there. But we do have between everything that we had started to kind of accumulate leading up to this, and a couple are really awesome, cool, up there at the same level as you guys are with SIVA, with where they're at in the development of their projects. And I'm not going to say the name, but I know you already drink it, Josh.
The Kool-Aid?
No. Coffee something.
Oh, okay. What about them?
What's that?
Good or bad?
Good.
Oh, okay. I misheard it.
Definitely good.
We'll pick up that later.
For sure.
So, hey guys, it's been awesome. We're going to go ahead, I guess, and wrap this up, and let's keep the momentum. We'll touch base here, and we'll get SIVA clicking on our Discord server. If not this afternoon, by this weekend, I don't know, Daffy, you're going to be helping me with that. So
Yeah.
Right now, I need food and a nap, so we're good.
Nice. And when you get some sleep, it's 3 a.m. over here. Yes.
All right, guys.
Over in Singapore, yeah. All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Let's go with 3.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Let's
Bye-bye.
go.